All right, we're moving on to one of my favorite things, which is graphing using intercepts. The x-intercept is where our line crosses the x-axis, and a y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Please write neater than me because I can barely read my own handwriting. That does not look like the. Anyway, to find these, if you're given an equation, to find the x-intercept, you let y equal 0 and solve for x. And to find the y-intercept, you let x equal 0 and solve for y. So I'm going to show you my example. I've got 8x minus 2y is equal to 32. So we're going to start by finding the x-intercept. So I need to let y equal 0. So we got 8x minus 2 times y, which we're going to say is 0, is equal to 32. Now, anything times 0 is 0, so this cancels out. We've got 8x is equal to 32, which means we divide by 8 on both sides and find that our x is 4. So our x-intercept is 4, 0. Let's try it for y. I've got 8, my x is 0, minus 2 times y is equal to 32. Well, this cancels out because anything times 0 is 0. Now I've got negative 2y is equal to 32. Divide by negative 2, divided by negative 2, y is equal to negative 16. So in other words, we've got our coordinate of 0, negative 16. We can actually graph an entire graph using just those 2 points. So in other words, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be my x-coordinate. And then 0, negative 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mrs. Quill's graph's a little bit too small. And then I take those two and I draw a line directly through them. Make sure you put arrows since it is a continuing line. All right. So again, to find x-intercept, y is 0. To find y-intercept, x is 0. What that means is you've got a 0 in the x part for the y-intercept and a 0 in the y coordinate for the x-intercept. And then we graph it. But what if it's the other way around? What if we're given a graph and we need to find our intercepts? Again, we're going to look at the x-axis for our x-intercept. Now this one says to find y first. I'm going to start with x because that's where my brain starts. Okay, so we got 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. So my x-intercept is going to be 300, 0, because it doesn't go up or down. My y-intercept is at the 30. So I got 0 for my x and 30 for my y. Okay. This is fairly simple. You're really just looking at them and making sure that if I've got an equation, plug a 0 in for y to find x, and x is 0 to find y, and then graph. A graph is even more self-explanatory. You just got to go by what it shows you. I would like you to take a minute and try and do these two on your own, and then I'm going to, and then you can unpause it to check your answers. All right, so to find the x and y intercept from our graph, we go and we find x-intercept is at -2, 0, y-intercept is at 0, 4. Over here, we plug in a 0 for 3y, so it's 4x is equal to 36. That gives us our coordinates 9, 0. And then 4 times 0 is 0, so 3 times y, divide by 3, and we get 0, 12. Graph those, draw our line, and that is our graph. All right, guys, I know that this seems fairly simple. Bear with us for a moment as we slowly start into this unit. I think you're going to do great things. Please make sure to get your homework done, and I love you. Be good. Bye.